Do you know your strengths? So many of us are completely blind to the things we do best. The qualities that other people notice in us are the ones that we overlook the most. We don't give ourselves credit for the things that we do well. We're so much better at identifying our weaknesses, me included, than recognizing what we do well. And this negativity bias doesn't help us when we're trying to become our best selves and grow and develop as a person. The journey of growing and developing our skills is hard enough. We don't need to add on all of our negative traits and completely ignore the things that we do well. We need to take advantage of these strengths and recognize them. We need to celebrate them and cheer ourselves on rather than bringing ourselves down, like that voice in your head wants you to do all the time. If this is you, join the club. I recently recognized that this is something that I do when someone called me brave. My first reaction was, what? Me? Brave? That's not how I see myself at all. But the more that I thought about it, the more I realized, yeah, of course, that is true. But it's not something that I ever would have given myself credit for years ago, and only now am I able to acknowledge it. And I'll dive into this more a little bit later, but first, why do we do this to ourselves? Well, first off, we were really brought up and raised to not acknowledge our strengths. This is seen as something unlikable and completely arrogant. To toot your own horn and to list all of the things you're good at. We're taught that it's full of yourself, to recognize your strengths and especially speak them out loud. But learning this from a young age, subconsciously, we're seeing any kind of acknowledgement of the things we do well as something that will make us unlikable. So we grow up focusing on our weaknesses, the things that we need to improve, the areas we need to get better, rather than even understanding what we do well and focusing on it, targeting it, and essentially thriving in these areas. And by not acknowledging our strengths, we're not even really thinking about it. We're not fully aware of the things that we do well. So the qualities that feel effortless to us, they don't even feel like strengths. They're just things that we do naturally, and we don't recognize that these are things that other people might struggle with. For example, my communication skills. I worked in restaurants since I was 16. For over a decade, I was talking to all different types of people, working in all different kinds of environments, but I never put working in restaurants on my resume. If anything, I was ashamed that I was working in this kind of environment rather than something corporate, when really working in restaurants and being in hospitality taught me how to communicate, how to talk to anyone. Now I've taken this skill, focused on it, and created a whole business from it. I'm a communication coach, and my international professionals get value from my communication skills and being able to share what I've learned in all different environments from around the world and in restaurants. This helps people every day. But it took me years of undervaluing this skill, thinking that everybody had it, before I really honed in on it and owned it. So don't overlook the things that are defining parts of your personality or your character. Don't think that everybody does this. It doesn't come naturally or easy to other people. The thing that's natural for you is something other people probably really struggle with. So how can we let go of everything we've been taught about this? This whole topic, we are taught really not to acknowledge our strengths, so we don't even know they exist, and therefore we don't develop them. We're not proud of ourselves for having it. We need to rewrite this part of our brain, the little voice in our head that's saying, oh, don't praise yourself for that, or you're not really good at that, or that doesn't matter. No, we're not listening to that voice anymore. We're going to pay attention when people compliment us about things. The qualities that people focus on and they mention more than once, some things that are kind of attached to your energy, your personality, things that are reoccurring in your life that people admire about you, we're going to pay attention to those. We need to make an effort to see ourselves in a more positive light, be more aware, because self-awareness is the foundation of absolutely all self-growth. Instead of brushing these compliments off, we need to think and we need to ask ourselves, why do people see me like this? Why is this natural for me? Where did I learn this from? How can I develop this further? We need to own it and be proud of it. You have unique skills and gifts and things that set you apart, but you're not even letting yourself acknowledge it, and therefore you can't develop and thrive using these skills. Look at the life decisions you've made, the challenges you've faced and overcome. Your strengths are hidden in these moments. Pay attention to these patterns. The things that people are saying and the things that keep happening in your life, these signal areas and skills and characteristics that make you you in such a positive way. So going back to my brave, courageous characteristic, I never would have defined myself as brave, but as I look at my life, of course I am. I'm a digital nomad. I booked a one-way flight to Singapore 8 years ago, and since then I haven't had a home base. I've never had a really normal, stable, normal job, or I've never signed a lease, but I'm really proud of the life that I've created and I love my life. So many of the things that I've done throughout my life over these 8 years are things that people would be terrified to do. But for me, I haven't even really acknowledged the bravery it took to do these things. Maybe it's because I'm so lucky to have a wonderful partner to do it with, or maybe it's because I'm so grateful to have fantastic parents that will support me and I can end up on their doorstep at any moment. But rather than focusing on the bravery element of this, I'm focusing on the things that contribute to the bravery. I'm not giving myself the credit for being brave, being courageous, doing the brave thing, making the courageous decision. And I should. I should be proud of myself for living a life that would scare the hell out of most people. This is part of the identity that I want to create. I want to be brave. I want to see myself as brave. I want to make those brave decisions even more. I think posting a YouTube video like this is brave. I'm trying to embrace the topics and the conversations that I actually want to be having. So if I can acknowledge my positive characteristics and my strengths, you can too. Pay attention a little bit more and reflect on your life. Reflect on the ways that you've grown, the things you've overcome. These are great signs pointing towards your positive attributes. And remember that these strengths, they feel invisible because they're normal for us and we don't consider them to be extraordinary, but they are. And so many people would give everything to have some of these attributes that you just take for granted. And learning to see these strengths clearly, this is a huge part of building your self-confidence, your self-awareness, and becoming the person that you want to be. If this is a journey you're interested in starting and this is a topic that resonates with you, then subscribe, and I'm so excited to post more videos like this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.